Eastern time. Yeah, I'm just loading up a save file that Mike provided me of the world, and this was from the world a little bit while back. I believe all the other data is up to date, but even if it isn't, that's not a big deal. Whoops. Just opened a can of pop here and it kind of exploded on me. Oh well. So, yeah, it's been a little hectic. I just got off the forum actually, and I've, I'm just dealing with a few things on the forum. First of all, let me start with that. So, if you're new here, and I know a lot of you are new, a lot of you are all excited with version 2, want to be part of the process. Some of you have been on the server or used to it going a certain way, and suddenly things have changed. It's not the way it used to be, or something, and you're shocked. We have a forum here that has all the information. It might not be the most user-friendly format to everybody, but it is what we use. And the reason why we went to the Wikia format was so that we can create articles, something that isn't done a lot. And I'm going to easily address it. I mean, you want to create an article, you just go to continue here and click add a page. You can create an article. If you have valuable information, we can link to it. We can link it to here. That's why we went with the wiki format to begin with. Was because we wanted to have as much information. Now, having said that, a lot of the information is outdated right now. And that's something that I wanted to address, but we have so many different changes because this is such a change. And this is why I pushed ahead where others may have not have wanted to. They wanted to wait and see what version 2 was going to bring. I saw this coming. I saw what was going to happen, and it's happened. And now we're catching up. I had the advantage back when version 1 came out. I was part of the beta team, so I could set everything up the way I wanted. I knew what was going to happen. Of course, I had to keep within the realms of the non-disclosure and all that. I didn't have that advantage this time around, and I knew it. So when version 2 came, and I mean, the team's been great. They've actually apparently they've the reason why they left the XMLs in was to support RTS. I was quite honored to hear that. Mr. Balls posted the other day on here. I was like, wow. And that's actually flattering. From my perspective, I don't see the need for RTS, but some people are still using it, and I get it. I got to turn the A off of this thing here. What we got here? Good. I'm glad that didn't do that. I was afraid it was going to start showing passwords and all kinds of crap, and I didn't want that. So good. But now I got to get to. Got stuff holding. Oh, that's interesting. AI traffic generation. I'm going to turn this off for now. So these are the settings Mike has set right now. He's got 3 minimum 15. As far as I know, that's the settings he had. I just turned the AI off so this thing isn't going because I'm actually not going to deal with the program so much. So first, let me just go over the wiki. If you're new, there's a forum here you can post. There's, you go right to the main. Normally you would get the main website, and it, like I said, a lot of this is not like we talk about the software. You want to know what the servers are, you just click on here. So if you're not sure what the servers are, if you don't have a password, you got procedures, operations, and then you go to this new members thing, and you can fill out an application. Now, some of you are doing it or have done it in the past, and I don't know what's going on. I don't know exactly where you're at. First of all, I don't monitor the membership that much. Since I'm not an owner of a server, I really don't. I try to keep on the backside. I got enough things going on, and I know the server admins do too. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to say that I don't, but personally, I'm just as happy to have the members we have. I'm not that inclined to worry about membership or pleasing everybody. I mean, that might sound a little cold, but honestly, I don't know why this thing's going up here. I got stupid advertisements going on. No, 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 no. Get out of there. I went to the homepage and they were doing advertisements and something. I've never go there. Automatically, I go to the wiki activity, but all that information's there when you go to the homepage. You can find everything you want. I have it set up so that I have wiki activity. Everything goes here. Now, I don't want to address this about this. I just want to bring it up. You want to go to the forums? You just go here, click on the forums, and you're into the forums. Walls are not private here. And I know I'm addressing one particular message in here somewhere around, I don't know where the heck it is, but I posted about it and I said, look, you know, walls, and I try to tell it, everybody thinks a wall's private, somebody's private wall, like it's Facebook. It's not like that here. We don't have anything that's private. The only thing that's private is emails, and you will get an email from an admin once you fill out the membership form. But as I've said in the new members, you have to be patient. And if you're not showing patience, I don't care if you're an old member, new member. I've ticked off people. There's been people that have come back, got all ticked off because we've been discussing on the forums what we wanted to do, and they just didn't get the message. And they were shocked, and I said, well, post on the forums if you have an issue with it. And then we can discuss it. And they've left. So, unfortunately, these are long-time RTS members, some of them. I've offended them or something, or whatever. I don't care. I don't have time to play social politics with people. And if I'm not that friendly, or if I'm not that user-friendly, look at how much friggin' content I put out. That's another thing. Think about that for a second. I don't need to do this. I could just do my own little thing and say, screw everybody else, and just do my own thing and say, no, I'm not going to do this. No, I provide the content. It's there. Some of it's long-winded, some of it's long, some of it's not well organized. I get that. We'll try to make it better, but people can actually contribute. Anybody can contribute and help that. And people do it. There's some great members here. Not just admins, members who go in, contribute, and we get into the data. A lot of this data is editable to anybody. In fact, a lot of this stuff can be done. You don't even have to be a Wikia member and you can contribute. You can post on the forums. You don't have to become a member of the Wikia if you don't want to. So don't mind me here. I'm just eating my lunch. It's been hectic. So anyways, that's all I wanted to say about the Wikia. That's what we use. Until something's better, I ain't changing it. I don't care. And I know there's different traditional forums. They don't dive into the content. Forums, crap gets lost. I'm not going to say any more about this because that's not my worry today. So the other thing is people are actually going through this, and this is the data. I see somebody's on right now, which is really cool. So what this is all about was what I started. I put this on a YouTube live stream not too long ago. I'll just briefly go over this again if you missed it. This is the trains that I copied from the actually I gotta open up the old blah blah blah, yeah, the old California registry in the background as well, and I gotta get away from that engine that's ticking around there because it's annoying me. Get out of Barstow. Where can I go? I want to go someplace that I don't have to worry about them. How about that? Everybody stopped? Oh, that's good. Here, we'll go up to Calenti here. Beautiful Calenti. And I might even change the system time to reset to system time. I don't want to do that. We're going to use California. We're not on the East Coast. So this is California. What it looks like right now, probably on the server as well. And is it? Yeah, there's the moon, right where it should be. I'm glad they fixed that for version 2. Where the hell's the clouds lately? I've seen some fog, but man, I haven't seen any clouds in a few days. I guess it's typical for California, high pressure. Now, mind you, East Coast, it was a different story, but okay, so I'll keep this in the background. I'm not really going to deal with it much, to be honest. I'm going to deal with this. There's some editing going on. I guess Mike's got a backup, so that's good. Hopefully they don't take out some of the data, but what I wanted, like this data, I need this data for sure. And the data, what I did was the other night was I took all the stuff that is potentially spawnable. If you weren't, and then I'm just going to go over it real quickly. All it is the frequency, the destinations, instructions, or any type of thing. Now, the inspection thing, that's, we got enough crap going in the inspection yard right now. Unfortunately, this is part of the issue. And I know people have seen it. Actually, people have started to post about it, which is really cool. And it's great that the communication's there. I love it. I knew about it already, but even if I know about it already, I would rather somebody post it, if just to make sure that we're aware. And that's really cool. I'm very appreciative of that. Communication is very important. Letting you know if you're available is very important. We got admins doing it, but I need to see more users actually doing that. And I know that it's not as easy or user friendly like a form or something like that. It's low priority right now for me. The availability is not a high priority. What is a high priority is to get this set. And I've got right now about 2 hours to go through this. And then my weekend begins with my son. And I don't think I'm going to be able to get back to it until Sunday. And yes, I've been running trains. I actually watched YouTube today for the first time. But anyways, so this has the frequencies as what came originally from the TD3 data brought over. I took all the hidden trains out as well and brought them here. As long as they had a frequency that meant I knew that they were TD3. I don't know how valid they are. What I did was I assigned a value for the number of days they operate. This is important because what you're seeing, I'll give you the example. This train right here, EWWS bar 1, what's happening is the way the settings are set up, and I'm not going to go into the actual settings that are set up at the moment. I'm going to deal with the data first. I'm trying to eat my lunch too, so don't mind me, which is probably something I should have done earlier, but I didn't have time, so I try to multitask here. So I'm going to be talking with my mouth full. Sorry, guys. EWSS bar 1. We got 2 of them right now that are sitting on the server last I checked. I don't know if a third's been spawned yet. I haven't seen the UP counterpart come up for a while, but normally the UP counterpart from Savage Mind would be coming. That train actually goes to... See, it says destination Barstow North Departure Yard, but I don't know. We didn't really... It really never used to be a factor because we had a 48-day cycle and we ran it once. Now all of a sudden it's something that's coming up all the time. And the reason why it's coming up all the time is you have a total of 26 trains or 26 symbols. And the random generator for AI basically goes through, it starts on 3 levels. The first level is the difference between Bakersfield spawn, UP Bakersfield spawn, and the other ones, Needles, Colton, whatever the hell it is, Cedar, Yuma Sub. There's the other one too that we got to eventually address, and that is Vincent, because the apparently I didn't realize that. I thought everything went through to West Colton, to be honest, but apparently there's a lot of stuff that goes down there. So if it's not going into West Colton or going back out down the Yuma Sub, it does not go through West Colton apparently. So it's basically information or new information to me that I'm trying to absorb, but we'll deal with that. So I did that, and then now I've got the dogs barking. Oh my God. I know I say this almost every video. When I do something during the day, they start barking and barking and barking and barking. And my garbage was thrown over to the other side today. I'm like, what the hell's going on? Usually I get along fine with them. They're great. It's just, I don't think, we get along great actually. It's just the dogs are annoying. It's not their fault. And because I'll do a live stream, I'll go roof, roof, roof. Or if I start doing live streams at night, they hear me and they'll start barking. But sometimes they're barking at other things, but they're dogs, they can't help it. It's just annoying. But okay, enough about the dogs. I got stuff to do here. So I haven't checked the various types yet. I'll deal with that now that now that I have Mike's data. I can go in. But what happened was I set up what I thought was the various train types that could be called up. So again, what happens is first it does a random variation between what happens between those values. In fact, I'll show you. Since I got the data now, I can't do this on the server, so since I have the data, I'll show you what that is like. That's industry config. What the heck's the other one? That's it right there. All right. No? That's industry 2. What is it? Yeah, never mind, industry config. Okay. That's the one. We were already in it. So, for example, I'm looking at this right now, and it's an interesting setup, which kind of looks the way it should be, at least that level, from what I can tell. The only difference I would see is Sacco's right. Highland we don't have to worry about. Yuma's got very little. I don't know how accurate that is because I don't have the data. UP Seiko. Oh yeah, UP. BNSF Bakersfield's up a little higher. I don't know if it's... Yeah, that sounds about right. And then needles. So there's a percentage gauge, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 to 100%. So 0 to 100. That's the first one it does. It spawns between those. So all it does is between... Where is it here? I had it. AI status. That ain't what I want. Okay, I gotta go back. There we go. So between a low of 3 and 15, whatever that average may be, that's when it'll do it. I'm not too sure if this has to go higher or not. Believe it or not, and I mean, we don't seem to have enough trains in some cases. That might have to go a little higher, but I don't know about that yet. We'll get to that shortly. But what I'm saying about this is between 3 to 15 minutes, it will call up a train. And that's when we're running AI. When we're not running AI, we shut the signals off and we shut the AI off, which means nothing will spawn. We can still run AI, in the yards or whatever, which really help. But it calls one, and then it uses an algorithm. And the algorithm is just basically a percentage. It picks a number, a random number between, whatever, 1 to 100 or whatever the algorithm is. It's probably a higher number, actually. Depends how many variables it is, and it will pick that particular location. So that's important because it has to deal with the actual traffic levels. We'll get to that. When you go into train types, though, you're actually going down. So think of it as a hierarchy. So it starts off with the first 3. It starts off with this first level. This is the first level. Every one of these has a different train type level. So if I was to look at the Bakersfield data, for example, and I see unit train, unit auto rack, mixed intermodal, mixed freight is like right now. Here, I'll show you the example. And this is why I'm going through the data. Watch this. So let's deal with the Bakersfield level, for example. Here's the actual types that I'm aware of what these are. But I also assigned a date value, the number of days, what type it is. Then from there, you can see I've applied the formulas for the various types. And when you do that and you actually use the weight of the number of days per week, this is the percentages you actually come up with. So it can be adjusted accordingly, but look at that one. 37.4% of Bakersfield. Now Needles is going to be a different beast altogether because you're dealing with the actual transcon. But that is actually the highest number right there. And I know, and I mean, you know, basically we don't have the data, so Mike set it up the way he thought that it should be, and everything. And a lot of it's running really good, actually. A lot of it's running really good, and other things need to be tweaked. So that's why we're not getting enough. We're getting too many trains that just run through. Then we get too many other types, and I'll get to those in a second. But that's that level. When you go, so you're now at this level, right? Then you go to the actual train symbols. Now the train symbols you cannot specify a weight to in this program. I wish you could. I really wish you could. Because I like it, they do the probability, but once they get to the symbols, it drops right off. And then let's go to the unit coal train, which is actually somewhere around, it looks like 5%, but then you look at mixed freight, I think mixed freight is actually lower, and that's the issue. Or that's one of the issues, not the issue, but one of the issues. That what happens is when you look at the coal, this actual coal train, which is, what the hell did I put it as? Way over here, we got one train out of potentially 123 calls. That should be near, that's at 0.81%. It should actually basically come up 0.81% of the time for that actual train type. The symbols, unfortunately, once you get to the symbols, you can't justify. But the good thing about that is, because we have it so low, the chance of it actually showing up there. Bakersfield's a pretty good one where you don't have to worry about it. But that level has to go that low, literally. So if you're spawning, and remember, we're at the Bakersfield level, so we're already, this is only Bakersfield trains. So we're already, I can't really do the math to say, and it's not important because all we have to do is change the values. But the likelihood of that train popping up is probably closer to 0.2% if I understand the difference between the various trains. That's why those particular trains show up, and then in other places others do. Now there's a way to combat. In this case, we don't have to worry about it, but let's say some of these trains run only one time a week. Now, I'm looking at the various types. We got ZRIC WSP2, and I think we got a bunch of them showing up. Well, you look at the Z trains, right? This one is an oddball compared to these guys who run 6 to 4 times a week. Okay. One way of combating that is to actually create a multiple symbol. Now, I'm not too sure if we can do it. I haven't tried it yet, so let's go ahead and try it. So I'm just gonna test it and see. Oh, why isn't this thing responding? Okay, it's there. I just control. Oh, there it is. I don't know the. That's industry again. Yeah. We'll deal with the industries later, but let's see intermodal containers. This is the other thing too. There's various types of intermodal trains. I don't even know what the heck half of them are yet. But if I was to type in right here, and I can, so I can create that exactly the same as that one. I wish you can do copy and paste in this, but you can't. So maybe I'll put CSX and NS, or maybe I'll put CSX for that one. Yeah, whatever. And it's a Tehachapi eastbound. So now we got 2. You see what I mean? So we'll deal with that. But that should be fine. I think, yeah, you should go into that. It should be fine. That's one way of combating it. I don't know if you want to take it that far or not, but that's one way of actually combating it. There's a disadvantage of doing that though, and I'll get to that in a second. I've mentioned that. I'm back into that stupid industry config again. Let me get rid of this. Hello. do I delete these again? I know there's a way. Oh, shoot. There was a way to delete these. Delete? Oh, there we go. There, I just deleted it. I think that one's not in. Yeah. I think that's already in. Okay, so I deleted it. So you hit delete or something, some way. So anyways, okay, so enough of that. I just wanted to show that so that you guys knew that this is why you're seeing certain trains, or you're seeing too much demand as far as the actual trains themselves. Now the way bills, that's a totally different other story. And I'll say that briefly right now. The way bills actually play a deal in it, because what's happening is, I believe all the manifests right now are set up as mixed freight. We need bridge traffic. The manifests, we got to get to number total of cars. That's something I don't think I'm going to get to today. I'm not going to get into the actual manifest. What I want to do is I want to get us into at least the trains, figure that out, and then talk about other things. I should have left the forum open because I know there was other things I wanted to talk about in this, but at some point I'll start typing and shut up for a little bit so that I can have my, I don't even know if I can type and do yogurt and all that other crap at the time, because I got a yogurt to eat, and it's hard to do a live stream and talk and all the other stuff. I should have done that ahead of time, so I apologize for talking with my mouth open. So anyways, let's keep going on. So this is what this is about. I just wanted you guys to know what that's all about. All it is a weighted average. And the cool thing about it is, once you do this, you got your percentages, and then we'll deal with the other stuff. So let's start. Well, since we're here, we might as well go right up and work our way down. We'll use BK main. Now, mind you, I don't know what is what here. Fresno Urinal I put right because I got a funny feeling that train doesn't exist. And you know something? I'm almost positive it doesn't. I don't know for sure, because we're asking for trouble if we start sending crap to Urinal. I mean, we're already doing it anyways, but I don't know. We could. Might as well put one in there anyways, because then at least Yermo can... I don't know, though, because then Yermo has to send a bunch of crap out, and then there's switching involved. I don't know if we want to go that far. It's actually easier for Barstow to deal with Yermo. As goofy as it is. Have that local come in, do the other little switching, and then at least we don't have to deal with it. I'm going to say, let's forget that. Put that out, not worry about it. So I'm going to hide that. Now, we don't want to have this isn't a spawn, so we don't want to deal with that. I don't even know if we have all of these. You've got EWC. There's probably more. Honestly, there's got, I don't know. To me, there's got to be more. But I could be wrong. I mean, if you guys want to add more, I don't know. I don't know the UP data enough, so let me duplicate this. Hello, duplicate. Thank you. And then I will rename this to, and I'm gonna do a comparison in a minute. So UP Bakersfield, and then how many trains have we decided that we have? 7. Yikes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, all I gotta do is go to 8. And then I'll delete these here. Everything should adjust, hopefully. Okay. So now we go into this. We're not worried about the call time. Everything else I think is fine. I don't think anything else is spawnable. West Colton, or makeable is the other word. BKWC is a makeable train, so we don't want to include that in the actual spawn data. That's all the reason why that's there. Okay, so we got that, and they're nice and white, and that's cool. Frequency's another thingamajig that's really screwed up in this. Yeah, see, I never had frequency. I think the frequencies for the TD3 data is so screwed up. But we'll create them as dailies because I don't know. I'll put, what I'll do is I'll put daily question mark because I really don't know. And if somebody's got some data that goes back to the era that we're doing, which is, I guess, 2010 or 2012, whatever, I can never forget, it's either, or never remember, it's either one or the other, and want to modify that or whatever, be my guest. I mean, I don't care. It's like, I don't know. We never used to have to worry too much about UP either, until recently, so. Okay, so I want destination and instructions. We got one. I'm not even worried about work anymore. It's not even worth it. We used to do it, but I mean, how are we gonna do that? Seriously. So there's our destination. Really? That ain't right. It didn't do it. Or did it? Why is Barstow North departure still in there? I'm really curious about that. Am I losing something here? UP West Colton, UP West Colton, Okay. That should be UP to LA. Why? Because I got a link? Didn't like that? That's interesting. Oh, isn't that cool? Did it do the rest right? I've never seen that before. Huh. Okay. Oh, that's cool. So again, we'll go through the various stuff. We got manifest. Again, how good this data is anybody's guess, I guess, at this point. Let me throw these all. Oh shoot! Why do I got equals? Why do I bother even putting the formula in there for that? That's ridiculous. When I just have to type in the number that's, oh crap, there we go. When I just have to type in the number and then you have it, right? Oh, yeah, I know, I want it white. That's what I said. Okay, so that's, yeah, really, what's going on there? K9, K equals K9. It does. Shoot, wrong one. What did I do? I don't know why I didn't get that one in there. I must have deleted it by accident. Oh, isn't that cute, huh? You can see right away it's at 42%. I was wondering why it came up with that number, but it's because it found the 7 here. Again, I don't know. We'll put vehicle as 7. It's important to keep the number 7 in there, though, and not go back to 1, because this is going to be a weight in a moment. I don't know about these trains. Have we figured out what the hell these trains are? Let's play around here for a minute. Let's just play around here. Okay, where can I spawn? Holy crap. Can I go to the UMAS? Oh no, I don't want to go to the UMAS sub. Well, I could. Oh, good. No. Okay, go away, train. I'm gonna get rid of that train. I don't know what you are, but I'm getting rid of you. Because you're in my way. It's a nice looking train, too. Delete. There's a train over there. Funky! I'm gonna have some fun. I'm gonna have some fun with this too once I start it. Just to show you what's really cool. If you haven't tried this already, it is so cool. I gotta have some fun today. Who cares? I'll have some fun too. I mean, we're testing things, right? So, where am I? I am in. No, I'm not there. Go back to spawn points. Blah blah blah. We are in Colton. Needles. Colton Crossing, Main 1. Oh shoot! I didn't want to do that. Yeah, I know who you are. It's gonna make a lot of noise too, isn't it? Okay. So if I go to Colton, and then I go to train types, what do I got? We know the bear tables. Okay, so there's a probability there. So if I go to, one's loaded and one's not. Domestic containers that aren't loaded, like what the hell? I'm curious what that is. One's got 2 and one doesn't. Yeah. Okay, so domestic containers, let me spawn that. It's not loaded, so... Which is interesting because they show loads. So there's your domestic containers, which is really cool because you got more than... You got your Swifts, you got a pretty good. So there's your domestic. This is the stuff that would go to San Bernardino for sure. Although there would be other stuff too, right? And why are they empty? Oh, dang it. Why do people have to call me? I'm just going to put this on the thing. Hold on. It's like I'm still married. Can you get this for me? Can you get that for me? Do this, do that. Like, didn't you want to divorce me about 5 years ago? What's the weight on these things? Oh, I can't even see. Like, how can they be empty? Here, let me relinquish when stopped. Well, we're trying things out. I might as well take a look. Are you relinquishing? Can I have this? Let's see what's going on here. Oh, I hear the garbage men. Maybe they'll come get our stuff. That'd be nice. I was saying before, my garbage was kind of moved and not picked up. So, yeah, they're showing up as empty. Oh, that's interesting. So these were set up to some really low weight? Ooh, isn't that... Look at that. It goes from 0 to 10, so that's what's happening. Those are really light, which is kind of neat because it actually makes the trains a lot lighter. I don't know what's realistic. I honestly don't. Are they all 10? They're all 10. What the heck is that? I don't get that. An empty... Okay. So what these are is these are empty containers. So let's... No. Here, I'll show you something real quick here. Let me put this to AI Recrew. Then I can get rid of this train here. Or at least it'll probably go somewhere. If you haven't tried doing this, this is fun. You gotta be quick. No, let's see. You want to go that one, that one. I don't know the timing. I did put AI recrew back, right? Yes, I did. Okay. They're gonna honk at the same time. I'm gonna do this while I have my yogurt. Okay, so enjoy. Alright. Just so you know, they both have a yellow light. He's got a yellow. He's a little closer, so maybe that's a good thing that he's waiting a few seconds. Here they come. Come on, baby. Oh, he's got a little bit more to go, too. What is going to happen here? Okay, he made the signal, but it doesn't drop, right? Now it dropped. Did he get it in time? Oh, look at that. He got it. Now, before the AI, I used to be able to get that to work. So anyways, let me delete that. Yeah, the signal's dropped. Okay, good. Damn it! I was going to have my yogurt while I did that. Shoot. Okay, sorry guys. I have to have my yogurt, which means I have to use my both hands, so I'm not really looking at anything. But yeah, it seems to work okay. But my theory is if those guys are by the signals. And I have seen an AI where a red signal, when you drop in front of him, he'd still keep going, because there's at a certain point where it's just not checking anymore, or doesn't care. But real life, that would never happen. There'd be safety features. You wouldn't have both lights go. But you know, I'm cool with it. You know, because it is what it is, and I'm not too worried about it. I'll be very quick here, guys. I just gotta mow this down and get my yogurt. I usually have a sandwich and a yogurt for lunch. I was gonna stop for some fast food, but I eat enough fast food with my kid around, unfortunately. And that was my ex-wife, who wanted to make sure that I stopped to get his coat because Mom didn't pack a coat to go to school today, and then Mom wants me to make sure, because I'm picking him up at school at 3, which kind of means I don't have as much time, so I don't want to fool around too much. But let me just take a look at the various trains here for a minute. Why am I going to host? So I'm going to put this loaded for a second. I'm really curious. So I'm going to spawn this now. I did turn my signals off, didn't I? Yeah, the signals are off. Okay. So this is loaded. Hold position, relinquish and stop. Yeah, relinquish. So this is the loaded one. Is it fully loaded? Let me see. I wish there was a balance in between, but beggars can't be choosers, I guess. Okay, I guess I have full control now. They look fully loaded. Yeah, they are. I don't know what to say about that. I know they're in between, but because they're mainly AI anyways, I mean, you guys figure out what the hell you want to do with it. I wish there was a random, I really wish there was a random one. Why there can't be a random, I have no idea. There isn't. So that's the fully loaded one. So I'll delete that. I'm gonna just look at the colors now. I'm not gonna bother reassigning it and everything. Means I gotta spawn everyone and everyone's gonna go to AI automatically. I think. Yeah, because it's the AI system that I'm spawning. Okay, so I'll take away loaded. Allow mid-train DPUs. That's fine and dandy. You can specify tags if you want to have it as particular. Don't matter anyways. But these are good for units. Like obviously this one isn't intermodal isn't capable of tagging for industries anyways, which is good. We don't want it to be. So having the tags in here mean nothing. We know about that. So that's the domestic containers. Bare table, you can't have loaded, which is smart. So we got our various bare table trains. These are other ones that aren't ran as often as well, so that's something to keep in mind. Intermodal. So intermodal is going to be interesting. Yeah, he's got them all in here. That's good. It's good that he's got them all. And he shoot, escape. You bugger. So, can I go through arrows, or do I have to click on each one? Some of them I like. Some of the menus you're allowed to click on each one, and others like, and then you double click or accidentally double click. No love for SD70 aces, huh? I'm only kidding. Whatever. Let me see. So yeah, whatever trains. I mean, it's not my server. I don't care. I like the new aces. They were really cool. But then again, you don't want to just eliminate those as well. So okay, so we got the loaded ones. I think they're all loaded. I think they are all. I don't know if they should be loaded or what, because watch what happens when you spawn. And that's a king of the rails, so he's going to have a lot of power, right? Allow mid-train DPUs is off. So this one should be interesting. I'm curious what this one's going to look like. So this is the intermodal. And he's got like 4 engines on top. Now the intermodal is another one that San Bernardino could see. He's only got 1 on the back, so that's not too bad. But is he like a really shorty train? He's not that short. But yeah, that's interesting that they would. So you got the smooth containers, which is good. So that's stuff San Bernardino would see as well. I'm just looking as far as, because you got your trailers, you got your everything else. So that is something San Bernardino would see as well. So I'm gonna. Oh, good. I can just delete it. Very nice. Yeah, I know. I keep on doing the wrong one. Okay, so that's your intermodal. So the first two, the domestic and the intermodal, are definitely ones that you will see. These are all loaded. Oh, they got the. Oh, he has them as the stack trains. That's nice. It's cool. You get your different types too. So yeah, that's kind of cool. So I'll spawn this one now. He's got the. Now this one. This is your international ones. So anything that's going to LA. To and from the ports would be using these for sure. Absolutely. I'm not going to worry about looking at the weights anymore, because we kind of know what that's you're either going to get or not get for those, unfortunately. So I should be making notes on these. Maybe I will, real quick here. I'm going to put this. I'll put this over here, just for notes. And I'll plop this on here. So when we do this, and we go back to train types. So we got bare tables, domestic, containers, intermodal. So our bare tables are, I mean, duh. Domestic containers. Duh. Intermodal. International. International, more like it. So, international containers, I'll say. I'm gonna put domestic. I'll change that. No, that's okay. Domestic containers, intermodal. Shoot, I'm missing one. Intermodal. Wait a minute. Hang on a second. I screwed up. This is international containers. So this is okay. Domestic, domestic trailers and wells. So that's what that is. Intermodal containers. Okay. Mixed containers. This is the interesting one, and we don't have one here. But let me take a look at this one, and I'm gonna put in a test. No, I'm not gonna worry about any of this other stuff here. What does it spawn when you do that? Oh, it just puts anything, huh? So this is our mixed, huh? I'll be curious. I'm curious what this all is. So what do we got here? Yeah, I see what it is. Okay. So we got a mix of domestic, international. I have seen this on some trains. But it looks like they're all empties. But mind you, there was a setting for that, I think, too. Yeah, it's got everything. Everything. So what do they call this? So I gotta delete that. So you have your loaded there mid-train DPUs. I had it as another peon. There we go. I hit the delete and then boom. So that's mixed containers. So mixed containers is everything above, no, everything except trailers. So what that would include is it would basically include all this except the trailers, which, yeah, it is what it is. I wish they had more types or allowed you to specify the type. This is the goofy thing here too, is you can go in. Oh, it isn't here. There's some place where you can specify car types at industries. It was really weird. Because I don't know if it's by accident that you can edit it, and I'm really curious, but I'm not going to get to that today. We already know what mixed freight is. I'll put another duh. Mixed intermodal. Okay. Interesting. What is that? Those are our queue. He's got them set up as the queue trains. Okay, let's see. That's interesting. I like the domestic part. I wish they had a mixed domestic. See, because they have that China, they have that China shipping in there. Everything. Except what? Everything? So I guess it does. Does it have the wells? Does it have the smooth wells? I didn't see it. Okay, so that's interesting. I honestly I don't know what to suggest there. I like the Q and the S and all that other stuff, so that's kind of neat because your S is your stacks. I'm not too sure about that. So one other thing, we'll go back. I'm gonna put then he's got it set up as the Q. Whoops. I'll put Q question mark. And LA makes sense. So that's another thing too. That's all your Q LA. Okay, so now I'll go back. I'm gonna go back to the different trains just to see. Mixed containers. Oh, he doesn't have those. Oh, I forgot light power move. That's another duh. I don't think we have any of those light power move. Although, you know, I can see it being something. So those are your stacks from LA. Actually, all of that is LA, which is interesting because that's your stacks from LA. Which is interesting because I don't know if there's any domestic that comes from that way. There's your Zs. Because it's all LA. So, here's the interesting thing about this now. Okay, now we are at the. Wait a minute, did I miss something? I missed something here. I missed something there. He's got it shut right off anyway. So Z is your intermodal. S is here. Oh, and he doesn't have the mixed containers on. Okay, gotcha. Now I get it. So I will put that to here. So that's cool. I like using the Z and the S and the because that's got your wells. That makes total sense. And then your containers, international. Your Q is your everything except wells, which that makes sense because, yeah. So that's cool. passenger, I'm still putting these in because we need it for our passenger, unit auto rack, unit coal, unit grain, unit oil, unit refrigerator. Okay, so now what I'll do is I'll get out of that for a second. I'm going to go back to the data now, just so we have a kind of a reference to what we're using, and I like that. I don't know. I get that word "duh" out of there. So I'll insert one row here. I'll turn that. Did I do black for these? Yes, I did. Okay, perfect. So it's 130, which, you know, it sucks, but it is what it is. And yeah. So what I'm doing now is I'm going back into I'm just going to put X. So now I'm going to start assigning. I'm not too sure about the light. Why do I got 2 unit refrigerators? Did I miss something here, or did I screw up? Unit oil, unit refrigerator. I'm really confused. How come that showed it twice? It looked like it did. Was I like, whoa, what was that, a mirage? I swear I saw 2 unit refrigerators there. Okay. I don't know about light power, coal, grain. I don't know what to call that. R. Vehicles. P for passengers. This is where, yeah, we get into our M's here. Now it gets interesting. Yeah, I'm not 100% see, this is where it gets, where we actually have some types here. We have a bit of maneuvering that we can do. What the hell's a light power move in X? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead with the Z and the S. I'm going to call that D, mixed containers. I'll put that Q. Oh, what do I want to call that? I? But I already have it for intermodal up here. I don't know what I want to call it. Intermodal. Mixed containers. Everything except trailers. So so intermodal here has got containers. I'll just call it mixed containers, mixed intermodal. Everything except trailers, everything except wells. I don't know. I guess I'll call it I. Mixed containers. I can call it MC. I just don't want to. I like using the letters here for that. I just don't want to screw it up. Okay, let's just call it MC for now. He's got that off. Oh, okay, that's domestic off. Didn't he have another one off or something? Doesn't matter. There is no domestic coming out of LA. We know that. So that makes sense. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the BNSF Bakersfield for a moment, and actually, unit oil. Do I want to use T for tankers? Or yeah. Let me just use T for a tanker train. Now I want to sort this. Yeah, you bugger! I knew that was going to happen. Undo that. How about a 0? Just so I can sort this stupid thing. There we go. Alright. I'm going to put that to assigned to keep that low, so that if we have to go back to the various sheets. So now I'm going through I almost want to change this over to get that different, if that makes sense. So we weren't too sure about these, and I'm not even sure what they're set up to be honest. But I want to get this uniform so that we can start that. Oh, jeez. What the hell happened there? Is that already like that? I guess it was. I just want to make sure I don't screw up any formulas or something. So C, domestic container is good. Grain, was it? Yeah. Z's just going to go right down here, because we know that. S, now I'm just trying to create this uniform so it makes it really easy, and that we're all on the same page when we start copying the data over. S, V. I gotta play around with the I too. I'm sure there's others, but I'll use that for now. QRSTUV WXYZ. Let me just double check. I know we got some repeats there. I'll deal with that in a minute. So BCD GMMC. I'm changing that number. BCDGMMC MC PQRST PQRST PQR. PQRS What's T? Oh, tanker unit oil, okay. Did I get them all? X and Z? Okay. I won't bother copying it over for the UP one because there's just not enough there. Okay, I just want to make sure I haven't double did up anything. That's a grain. It's not a coal train, is it? Oh, yes, it is. I keep thinking it's a grain, but it's not. Okay. That's not a domestic intermodal. I don't know. Is it? See, this is where it's interesting because now we got an interesting bunch of who knows what. What is going on? Something's... It didn't like me doing something for some reason. That was weird. So I'm kind of liking the stack thing now, suddenly. Let me just see what the domestic is again, or maybe I'll... Oiklog. International containers are your stacks, or intermodal containers, which... Intermodal containers has international containers. See how I did that? Mixed containers. So what's happening here is this is international everything, you know what I mean? Mixed everything except wells. Okay. So that's everything. This is where I get confused. I know there might be some domestic going on in LA, but I'm not too sure about that. So again, this is just, you know, ultimately, domestic containers are your San Bernardino only, and it speaks to what it is. I don't know if I would say San Bernardino only, but non-international. Makes sense, right? Mixed freight passengers, intermodal. So really getting into, okay, we had M and MC. Did I actually put that in? I did. All right. So now I'm looking at everyone in, side by side here. Manifest, we know that. Unit steel. Oh, okay, this is interesting. What the hell's that? And where does that come into play? I don't even know what the unit trains are. We got unit refrigerator. Have we seen that? Because I don't think we have that anymore. Unit refrigerator, oil, grain, coal. Okay, I'm wondering if he's got something set up for that. So let me go back. Because I thought I saw it. Maybe he's spawning them. I thought I saw them. More option. Nope, no. Okay, let me go back to BNSF Bakersfield Main 2. Unit grain. I thought I saw them, but maybe I didn't. Unit coal, unit auto rack. I don't know what to say on that one. Bare tables, domestic container. We can even take that out of the data. Perhaps. Because if it's not going to spawn, then why have it, right? Bare tables. Was it? What is it? It's a unit train, right? Domestic container. It's not going to be here. But I could have swore I saw it, though, someplace. Pop up or something. I don't know. International containers, mixed containers. He's got some here. Mixed freight. Mixed intermodal. Really want to get to giving good train data today. It's 1:45. We're okay for time so far, or at least I am. Unit coal. Here's, yeah, empty. Unit grain. Okay, I'm going to assume it's not there. So now we got to look into that and say, okay, what are we doing? So we got this U pit cell here. Now it's only one number anyways, so I'm gonna leave it, but I'm gonna take this whole thing. I'll get that out of there because it's not a. I know it's one of the datas, but we don't have it, unfortunately. It's just one of those types that's not part of it. And again, we don't have it. So if we can't spawn it, and those are 1 day a week only trains anyways, then there's nothing we can do about it. What did I... Oh, I know. That's coming in. We are getting mixed data for it, so that's good. I don't think it's a mixed train, though. I honestly don't think he's got it because you can't run it. So I took those out, which changed the percentages. I just want to make sure everything else is okay. So manifest, grain, another manifest, vehicle, manifest. This is where we got to change this because they're not domestic intermodals. I don't know what they are. I think they fall into the Q category. Everything except wells, which, yeah, okay. I'm all for that. 4, 5. So yeah. Manifest. This goes over to the stack. Seven. We already got those as Z. Another vehicle, and then our manifest there, and then we're fine. I really don't want to touch Bakersfield any longer. Well, do I? Okay, we can deal with that. Let's we can deal with it. It's not that much data, so So I'll just put that in there for the moment. I'll put this over here. Wish they all did that. There used to be a way to do that. Maybe that's... I'll hold control down, see if that works. Ah, there we go. Good enough. Okay, so, oh, did I actually keep it? How did I manage that? Wow. But everything else got screwed up. Okay, cool. Alright, no, that didn't work out as I thought. Get over here. Let's try that. That's better. Okay. So we want to have these copied over to that. We'll put that over to our vehicles. And of course I got all my text screwed up. I think I got it now. There we go. So we know these are Zs. I don't know what UPIs mean. I won't check. I'm not going to go into what his data is, Mike's data. I guess I will just call it a Q, an I. Do I even have an I? Or mix containers? I thought I had an I. Because I was talking about doing everything except trailers, so yeah. Yeah, I'll call that an I. Or I'll just put it into here. How about that? And the type we can kind of look at from the thing, so whatever. That doesn't really matter. We'll assign it the type when we see it. How about that? If we want to know what the types are, I call it DW now. I'm going to get rid of type. Can I get rid of type? Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Edit undo. The only reason why is because there's extra stuff there like that if we don't have a particular train. So I wanted to do some just a quick comparison and give you an idea. It's 1:52. Time is flying. At least now we're getting some hard numbers, which is a start, but it's not. It doesn't tell the whole story. So under notes, what you can do over here, or summary, we can call it the summary page. We have the various spawns. So we got actually I'll go through them just so that we've gone through all of them and we know what's going to be where. If we go through here, yeah, we want to go to there. Dang, I have a hard time seeing that. So I'm going through the spawn locations now. And the reason why I'll do that is, wow, that's dark, I can't see. I know that's Yermo, so, okay. So we got BNSF Bakersfield, Main 2, BNSF Colton Crossing, Main 1, BNSF Colton Crossing, Main 2. I'm curious what will happen. Lenwood. Main 2. Oh, that's... You see what that is, huh? They put in Lenwood for those that don't have needles, I take it, which is kind of cool. It's also an opportunity for those that want to operate something smaller. Hint, hint. I think about that all the time. I love the West Colton and all that other stuff, but man, there's just... Well, no, wait, that's already in that, isn't it? I'm confused. What the hell's attached to it then? Something was included. I thought it was needles that was included. Yeah. But they got... Needles was included, but they didn't include Colton, which means... Where did they spawn the... Oh, it must be Hillard? Is that where they... Oh, is that where they start everything now for their new thing? They have that Hillard. Okay. So, as for probabilities, we'll deal with that in a moment. But I won't go into his data just yet. We know it's there, so I'll escape that. I hope I didn't Ah, crap. What the hell am I doing? What did you... What the hell? I don't know what... This is weird stuff. It just keeps happening with this computer sometimes. Okay, so there's your spawn location. Yeah. I'm just gonna put the headers onto cyan, which it pretty much already is, but and then everything else I'll make sure it's white, which it says it is, but it probably isn't. So now what I want to do is oh boy, I'll put in a description, and then I will put in percentage. Or weight. And then I'll put in percentage. Or just PCT. I want to call it the actual weight value, which is, we got set up, it says D there, but we'll call it DW. DW. I'll keep the description a little bit higher on here. Then we'll put DW here. Percent will probably go lower too. So now what I do is I go in here for BNSF Bakersfield, which we already have the tab for. I hit equal. I go to here, and we hit that. Okay, so there's your 123. Now we've done UP Bakersfield, which where the hell's that come out of? Is it Saco? I think it's Saco or whatever the hell it's called. Yeah, it's this sucker right here. Yeah, okay. So it does come out of there. That's good. So UP Saco siding, or Saco siding, however you pronounce it. We hit equals, and we go to that, and then we go to that, and hit that. I think that number is probably actually going to be higher. I just got a weird feeling there's more UP, but I don't know. I don't know for sure, right? So for here, we want a sum of everything from H2 all the way through to H15. I believe that will transport over. And then when we look at percentages, we want to look at the equal value of the one right behind it, H2, divided by H16. And I am going to anchor it to, what the hell am I anchoring it to? Am I anchoring it to that? No, I want to anchor. I don't even know if I need to anchor. Oh, yes I do. I need to anchor this to that. Perfect. And then from here, I want to change that to number percent. So far, if we go by the data, and this is the weights, we're gonna get further into this because we're gonna get into some of the bigger ones like needles and cajon, which is gonna really throw this up. But when you get into the weights here, you'll see there's a 71% to 28%. Now that's I'll show you just for an example. The weight there is almost, I would say, at a ratio of 3 to 7. So let's see how close that is to what we got, at least for those two. So if we look at that, we see it's at about 25%. Now that's counting everything, and then we go over to Sacco, which is about 13, which is almost a 2-for-1. So I'm just, what do we got here? So it's about 13%. Wish you could put in values instead of these stupid little scrolly things. I don't mind them. I mean, they're cool and everything, but I mean, sometimes you want to get particular, like basically 1%. You want it like very, very rare. So 25, 26, I don't know what the numbers are exactly, but that's that in a nutshell is pretty damn close. Yeah, that's very close. So that, in comparison to those two, we're pretty much right on for the number of trains that we're getting into those territories. Of course, the big thing that we have to deal with is pertaining to too much of. Excuse me, I'm just gonna finish drinking that up. We have to pertain to the other stuff. So now we've done UP. Let's get into some of the bigger ones here. I want to start with maybe I'll start with UP Yermo. I'll put that over here. Oh shoot, I didn't want to do that. Delete that. I want to duplicate this as well. I don't want to duplicate this thing because that's kind of off. So I'll duplicate this. Now Yermo is not going to be much in the TD3 data, so that's probably changed as well. So we'll have to adjust those and accordingly and see how that goes. But if we go to the UP Yermo data, we have to go up to, where the hell is it? Oh, Daggett. I threw it in behind Cajon. I threw behind it, but I'll put that there. Well, that's not too bad actually. So I think I have everything, of course, everything Now, at least that one is a good representation. See that one that's a Tuesday? But again, we got to now. I'll show you where the issue is going to lie. We got more coal coming out of Yermo as opposed to Bakersfield. So now we get into ourselves into a predicament, and this is why I'm looking at that and saying, okay, what are we going to do? So I have the description of what it becomes. Barstow to WSS. It is a daily. Or sorry, it's a Tuesday only as opposed to the daily, which means it shouldn't really show up that much. So I'm going to copy that over to here. I'll put that there. Oh wow. It's that close, huh? So I'll delete that row. And then we go to here. So in the case of, here's one thing that may save some time if there's the concern about the frequency. In the case of Yermo, or sorry, Bakersfield, it probably wasn't necessary. But for here, you may have to do it, and you're probably gonna. I don't know if we have to do it in Needles either. Cajon, I'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see what other stuff is coming out of it. I got a funny feeling this is the only one that may need that goofy frequency thing. And what I mean by the frequency thing is you may have to duplicate every one of those various train symbols. And some of these are red. I don't even know if they're existing. I have no idea. I just don't know. See, we got a Yermo to Fresno in there. I mean, okay, that's nice that we got a Yermo to Fresno, but I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. So, work, standby, arriving. I don't know what. Is there any information other than that? Nope. Okay, good. So, destination. Oh, is this thing going to copy it right? No, it didn't, right? Okay, so, because I have those stupid links in there, it doesn't like to copy it over it. So I got to basically start like that. Instructions are nil for this one that I can see. We know what the one is, but so here's where it gets interesting, right? We know we're pretty sure that these are dailies, and they don't have to all be. I mean, you can. I don't know what's daily and what's not, right? So there's your one right there. That one that's just a Tuesday train. Everything else, I don't know. The other goofy thing is because you're having so many symbols, if you look at Bakersfield, that's at 123. According to this, there's 169 coming out of Yermo. I don't know. I some of these are, I don't know. I honestly don't know these symbols. Here's the issue with some of these symbols. There's all kinds of different, like North Platte, West Colton B. Were we even using half of them? See, no, we didn't have times in the ones that were red. So if you want, you could, like, I don't know, SVBA becomes, okay, we know that's, I don't know why that's in red. I have no idea. Oh, because there's no schedule to it, and it, I don't know. don't know what a lot of that means. Why I put some of it red and another of it didn't. Um, the data is all like averaged by the looks of it. It doesn't even look like it's real TD3 data. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's real. That's gonna take some analysis that's beyond my skill set or time or whatever you want to call it. Um, so I don't know. I'll keep the red and the white in there. And if you guys want to decide what you want to do with that, have fun. I honestly, I cannot imagine them all being dailies. I just don't believe that. But it's UP data, so um, Mike Rowski is coming back from, and he was in California. He may still be there. I'm not too sure, but he's got some stuff. So he might be able to shed some light on that. So here, I'm going to go through my coal stuff. Oh, dang it. The only problem when I do this is I turn everything. I like the dark background. I hate, I know it bugs some people's eyes. For me, I personally like it better that way. Let me see, make sure I got the sums in place. Did I have them for the other ones? I guess it didn't matter because some of them... Wait, whoa. Hold on a second. I screwed up here. I screwed up. Okay, now we're better. I didn't have all the totals in play. So we're actually at 123 as opposed to 49. Let me take a look at the summary one more time. I don't think it changed much. 169 for Yermo. Like I said, I don't think it's that high. Needles and Cajon, I'm much more trusting of the data, just because the territory, the TD3 territory was originally created by a conductor on the needle sub. So that's why we see all that. Now this one's the one. And you know, another thing you can do. This is just an idea, and I'll throw this one. Actually, this is a very important one. Get that train off of spawn. We can control it for here because we only have the one coal train, right? Get it off of spawn and use Yermo Yard. We got this Yermo Yard and we're not using it, and I don't want to use it. It's a beautiful looking yard, but that way, when we actually have, we can basically, instead of having it, that train come out, and that's just an idea I thought of right now. I mean, sometimes I'll be at work or whatever, and I just think of these ideas. So there is ways. Get this one. Oh man, I can't even type right. Okay. So, yeah. So you remove the spawn. If you remove the spawn, or here, I'll put yard only. I know it's coming from Savage. I know it's not coming from Yermo. I know we also have manifests from Yermo too. Those can just be spawned. We don't have to be dealing with anything, and those those are just going up to Fresno anyways, so they can be anything. Doesn't matter what's on the train. This is the beauty thing about it. That thing there, if that's a real symbol, now you got something, and what's coming out of UP in comparison doesn't make much sense. So I don't know what's real and what's not. There's a lot of data, and perhaps that can be manipulated later on. Like I said, Cajon and needles, I got a pretty good idea. Not saying I'm an expert, but I'll keep that in there for now. We're still going through the other various coal trains. There's a lot of apparently. I can't believe there's that much coal coming out of Savage. I just have a hard time believing that, Okay, so now we're going to get into our manifest trains. So 7, 7. Yes, there's a Yerma West Colton apparently. It doesn't have to originate there because I mean seriously, what are we? Do we really want to worry about a grain facility and Nebo that isn't even operating? I mean, I don't know. I mean that's just those things, and some of these symbols I'm not even sure about. I mean they're there. I mean I got them from somewhere, but I don't know what the hell they are. I forget what I did with I compared to what do I call I? I called it MC, whereas Z I kept it as a Z. I is an MC, Z is a Z. Is that what we want to do? Sounds good. I don't know. Okay. Oh, that's yeah, that's global or whatever the heck. See, that's going to that I that's going to Los Angeles. Everything except trailers, which makes sense actually. We know they're international. They're international containers, so maybe we should call them an S. I as an international, perhaps. I don't know. I don't think we have any S's, so yeah, they're all going to LA. So why not put the those there? We'll make I's the S's, the new X's. G3. I don't know what GS is. I know what G3 is, but what the hell is GS? So here, I'll put that one there. We know about the LAs, that's fine. I don't even know what the hell that K is. I'm afraid to not know what that K is, but that's an auto train. Am I missing any so far? There's another I going to LA. So we want it to that. We got the coal. What the hell's an O? Damn it, I don't know what these letters mean. O. Oh, oil. Cool. Okay. Well, that makes it interesting. That's going to LA too. Global, so we'll put that as an international stack, I guess. I don't know. I'm not too sure about this K thing. I'm just guessing now. Unit. There. How about, since we don't know all the dailies, I'm going to just put that as a red. Because I don't think we have the type for that. I think I did the same thing for that. Because I know they're not all dailies. I just know. So yeah, those are probably your steel or rock, or I don't know, rock paper scissors. And then an I going to Long Beach. So you have your 7 here, and then boom. So there we go. So now you're looking at, again, manifests are still up there. But the cool thing about this too is you gotta look at where they're going. West Colton, you're looking at bridge traffic too. You gotta have only a very limited amount of, because a lot of the stuff is bridge traffic. If it's going into LA or the area, like I know this is all going to West Colton, but some of it has traffic going somewhere else. So basically you take, I don't know, one train. I would say, maybe one train out of, okay, so 4 trains out of all the manifests, and then that'll divide that up pretty evenly. A lot of coal traffic coming out of that way. And then your intermodals are not as high. So you got some nice values there. Now you go back to the summary page. Why is the number not showing up? Oh, okay, because I didn't put it. So then you take in, what did I have it as? 123. I have it at 155, I suppose. Yeah, it's a busy line. I guess it's a busier line. I don't know, is it? You guys tell me. I'm not the expert in this area other than what I've seen in TD3. So, damn it, it's 219. I can go to 245 today. After that, I got to cut it. So, hopefully we'll get through at least this part and then we'll have the data and then I will post a link later on, hopefully, or maybe at the end of this. Okay, so UP Irmo. Yeah, I was doing this and I forget where I was at. No, I want it over here. That's where I want it. UP Irmo right there. Bingo. Okay. Bingo, bingo. So I put an equal sign. I bring that over here and I hit that. And I go voila. And that should sum it up. So you can see Sacco's down to 14% now. Now, of course, this is going to all change, but now all of a sudden Yermo is becoming a lot more relevant if you're going with that data. And I'm going to share this, and I'm going to share this with Mike and give him edit access so that he can access this data as well, so that he can use it and decide. And then I'll put share access to whoever wants it, whether it be my admins or whoever else that wants to go in and mess around with the numbers. So we're getting there. Now we're going to go into some of the interesting ones. Cajon sub for some reason went over here. The Cajon sub's going to be interesting though, because I'm gonna split it up now. I'm gonna actually go in and split all this up. We have some weird backgrounds. I don't know why that is. Was my MDO I don't know what that means. I'll leave the comment. I don't even know if the comment's going to come in. Added to trains tab, drop down list, whatever. Resolve that. Once we have more real estate. Okay, here's another thing too. This one can be removed as it's fictional. You see that? Goodbye. It's fictional, so I'm going to get it right out of the tab. That train does not exist. See, now we're getting into this West Colton SC. I don't even know this. I don't have the data for it, but I'm going to add it anyways. There's your Chi bar. That's the BNSF side, but I don't know. And then we gotta get into the whole thing of, is it coming out of West Colton? Is it coming out of, if it's coming out of West Colton, we can't do anything about it. Great, I got a mouse or something. Hold on a second. I'm gonna make sure that he gets away from. He's on the outside trying to get in, but he can't get in because I got a big huge screen. As long as he screws off. I just noticed the mouse, and I saw this the other night, and like I said, I haven't been cleaning as of late, as much as I would like to, but what happens is I have a big screen, and it's in an area, because I'm in a basement, so it's like a little area where anything can get into it, be squirrels or whatever, and it gets too hot down here, and I can't control the thermostat. I can regulate the heat a little bit. So I got a little electronic thingy majig that's supposed to keep the stupid things away. But of course it's cold, so they're trying to get in or whatever. I don't think he can get through because my screen is well sealed up, and it's taped well and everything. So I don't think they've been in here, and if they have, they ain't gonna get far. But they try. So I was just watching him. He got inside between the window sill. I have an opening window thing, and then I have the screen. And I was just looking at my window, or I heard noise with the leaves or whatever, and sure enough, there's a mouse there, and he's in between the window and the screen trying to, figure out how to get in. But once they get in, then they reach these little electric things, and it drives them nuts. But he wasn't that close. That's still in my kitchen, and they're probably attracted to my, who knows what. I got garbage around. Maybe something smells good. Maybe they just want some heat. Anyways. My hygiene has been down since Run8 has come out. I haven't, I shower, and I shave once in a while, but other than that, other than for work, and I haven't been cleaning my teeth as well as I have been. And that's because I'm so tired at night, I don't feel like flossing as much. I brush my teeth twice a day and I mouthwash, but it's just, this has taken so much time. Oh, crap, it's 2:25. Dang it. We're getting there. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. I wanted to check something else here. UP Irmo. I just want to make sure. Yeah, we don't have to worry about that. I think I already checked the UP Bakersfield side. Okay. So I just want to make sure everything else is fine. I'll put the beef. I'm going to duplicate this one. Then I'm going to duplicate this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call that UP Vincent. UP Colton. I'd have a hard time remembering where it comes from, to be quite honest. I'm going to have a hard time with this, because I'm not sure. Needles is the easy one. This one's the tough one. UP, I don't know what the hell you want to call that. What is that thing? UP Vincent, UP Cedar, I guess it is. Wrong one. And I know there's more. UP Cedar. No, I don't want to do that. Delete. Delete. Duplicate. Duplicate. Hello. Thank you. Duplicate. And then duplicate one more time. Okay. UP Yuma. UP, no, BNSF Colton. Copy of copy of copy. That's kind of cute. Okay. Jesus, Murphy. Here, delete that. Come on. And then needles. I guess I could have called it BNSF needles. Yeah, whatever. Here. We know what it is, but... Alright. So this is going to be interesting. This is going to be divided up, I think, to 4. Possibly. Do I really want to touch this right now? How about this? How about we go into here, and I'll get the guys to see if they want to deal with this, because I'm running out of time. But I'm really curious about needles. I'll do it once. Actually, I'll put them all in one, and then we'll figure out how we want to separate it later. So Cajon sub, we got a lot. We've got to go all the way down to 101, line 101. Maybe I should have waited before I Damn, I'm good. I did 101 just like that. Okay. So let me put everything in Vincent, and then I'll put everything in Vincent, and then I will delete I'll delete these. Yeah, I know, divide by 0, doesn't like it. I'll delete that. I'm going over to the one we just created, and I'm gonna duplicate that instead because it's the bigger one. Oops, I'm not there yet. That one I'm going to put into as BNSF needles. The reason being is because, oh shoot, I gotta delete all those. Alright, fine. Let's do it. Let's do it. I don't have much time now. Yeah, I'm gonna really run low on time here shortly. I can see that coming. So what I'll do, okay, I've got this divided up. So we got Vincent. Let me put the trains in, and then I'll leave the rest to everybody's imagination, I guess. Like I said, I don't know what's what, so let me deal with that. Ah, crap. I didn't want to do that. That was too much. Man. Got a lot of stuff here. Right there to 101. Okay, so I've got that deleted. I've got that set up. It doesn't really matter the train list. All I want to do for Vincent here is get these guys in. I don't know what's here. What's that one? LA Global 1, I guess. Shoot, I forgot about all these other ones too. LA Global 3, I guess. I don't know what existed then. That's the thing. See, then there's there's other ones there too, right? See, there's a coal train. There's all kinds of crap in here. See, now we're at we're still at 101. Oh, that's cool. Well, that's nice to know. We're still at 101. So Okay, so what I'll do here is I will copy all these in. And there'll be some deleting too, especially stuff from West Colton or whatever. But at least that gets us started. Are we here? Are we Vincent? We're at Vincent. Okay. Perfect. And some of these I don't have frequencies for, others I do, because some of them, I'll get the highlight out of there so that we're all, some of these aren't in because they're grayed out, but there's data underneath them. I just haven't, it was part of the old registry, but I'll make sure that's out before I end. And then I'll comment and post and head off. 35 after? Yeah, hopefully. Is that all I needed? Destination. Oh, destination. Destination's right here. Okay. I'm not even sure if I want to put in the instructions. I could, if we have them. Oh, that's the ones with the inspection. Okay, fine. We'll put it there. Perhaps that's something that we can start adding, is an actual inspection track. That'll actually give you some crew changes also, for those that want to start a run. And the good part is the dispatcher can then go in and do whatever, right? Okay, so I got that. West Colton, San Bernardino, I'm not worried about. We're worried about spawnable trains right now. In fact, a lot of those are going to be coming from probably within the yards, I think. Oh, that's the matrix. Needles. I don't know what we're dealing with needles. Not as many. So there's more coming out of, according to this, that means that there's more coming out of LA, but that's including UP, and that's not including all the UP that's going up to, well, yes, it should be. I shouldn't say that. It should be. So we want to go over to BNSF Needles. I did delete all the other crap from the other ones, didn't I? How come that's on 29? Oh, I hadn't changed that yet. Okay, fine. As long as we know what's going on, that's all I care about. And then we can play around with the data. Frequency. I am so happy I don't have to worry about stupid cycle numbers anymore. Remember all that I had to play around with the stupid data. It's just an administrative nightmare. I mean, this at least we're building something that is going to last us a very long time. Whereas, you know, that other stuff was just to keep things going. It was horrible. Frequency, yeah, we got instructions. Or that's a destination, sorry. Is destination instructions next? I hope it is. Oh, perfect. Good, I like to save time. Destination instructions. I can't believe there's not that much. That's kind of cool. It'll be interesting to see if Needle. Well, no, see, it's split. It's split amongst a bunch of them. So Needles is still going to be your big one coming out, right? So it'll be interesting to see. Like, there's your destinations too. What the heck's that one? Holden Barstow. Disregard that. That's the old instructions. Okay, so I'm gonna get ready to head off. Of course, I didn't get to the summary page. I will share this after I post this video. I'll make sure I share this with my RTS admin. I don't have all the admins in there at the moment, but I have the old. I haven't got around to a lot of this stuff. So we didn't even get to the industries. I'll deal with that Monday. I really want to get into the industries because that's another one. But for now, at least this gets us started along the way. Um, and hopefully this gives a tool for Mike that he can use, get the percentages that he wants, divide them up the way he wants. So I really hope this is a good sheet that we can all use as well, because I want this ultimately to be the what the dispatchers use, what the players use, everything like that. And if anybody else is doing stuff, I'm totally with collaboration or whatever, because I know there's a lot of people that are starting to do stuff with yards. I'm going to be doing that. I just haven't got to the yards quite yet. Hey, Dave. Dave's doing some work, so I'm cool. I'm glad he's watching. That's awesome. But I got to get running. I got to leave within 5 minutes and get myself ready and post the message. So I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to get out of that for now. And yeah, good. I'm streaming. I was afraid I wasn't for a minute. So thanks for watching. If you have any questions, comments, you can leave it in YouTube or check it out on the forum. I don't know what I'm going to be doing this weekend. I'm going to get my son. I have him till Sunday. If he's in the mood, I'll come on and we can run. Hopefully I can get him into something that he's more interested in. But anyways, that's it for now. I'm going to take off. Have a good rest of the weekend, guys. And Sunday it all starts again, and I'm ready to go to work or whatever else is needed. Monday I can go right back into this and get into the details of the industries as well. So hope this is useful for Mike and the guys, and we'll talk to you next time.